can get more ice, you can get more cars. Nigga, listen to what I'm saying. I'm real.
This episode of My Two Satoshis is brought to you by Heat Wallet. Heat Ledger is building the world's most accessible microservices platform and crypto wallet, launching later this year. But in the meantime, download their latest Heat Wallet and witness the user-authenticated crypto wallet and non-custodial decentralized crypto exchange feature. Available for Windows, Mac, Linux, and Web Wallet. Download now at heatledger.com. Yeah, it's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. It is August 9, 2019. Shout out to my man Gary Steele out there on YouTube for the song request, AZ Sugar Hill. Nice joint to rock out to on this beautiful Friday afternoon, and I hope you guys are doing well out there on YouTube. And we've got 7 days, guys, to the Max Bitcoin Rage Tour. He's hitting Detroit. I'm hosting it. Max Kaiser, Stacy Herbert, August 16th at 5 p.m. We're almost sold out, actually. So make sure you guys get your tickets. Maybe about 10-15 slots left. And we will have a Bitcoin machine there. No fees for the machine. So just come out and join us. Have a good time. We're going to talk about Bitcoin. Talk about how it's changing the world and how it can really reset the inequality that we see in this financial market. So what's good, people? Hope you guys are doing well today. And welcome to another episode. Today we are going to be looking at, India, the Supreme Court. You know, they were talking about banning Bitcoin and cryptos altogether. Well, it looks like they've kicked like governments love to do. They're going to resume in January of 2020. So we're going to take a look at this out of A&B Crypto. Also out of A&B Crypto, we've got CFTC policymaker behind Bitcoin's futures and over-the-counter swaps announces his departure. I wonder what's going on with that. We'll take a look at some of the details on that situation. And then lastly, Ethereum market share crashes to a 30-month low. Not at all surprising to me, and I've told you guys so many times before, it will continue to lose dominance or market share. Maybe, price will decrease as well, but more importantly, what you need to look at is market share, and you will continually see the decline of Ethereum's market share as the market realizes how far behind they are with scaling. I've been saying this for almost a year now. So we're going to take a look at some of these details with the market share and what's going on with the Ethereum network and project. But first, I do want to bring your attention to the Moon Lambo Miami Vice themed apparel they have on their website right now. Get over there to moonlambotees.com and you can save 10% if you use the word CryptoBlood10. So let's check out this heat map for today. We've got Bitcoin at $11,798, up 0.69%. Ethereum down 5.3% to $209. Litecoin down 6.8% to $83.31. You're going to continue to see some sell-off, I think, because of the hype of the halving wearing off. You'll probably see $70, $60 Litecoin before it's all said and done. And that's if Bitcoin stays where it's at. So if Bitcoin takes a hike back to the 10,000 level or sub 10,000, then you can definitely see $50 Litecoin at this point. So kudos to those who did sell right before the halving or into the halving. You can lock in some of those gains. EOS not doing well either, 6.8% down to $3.86. Binance just at break even right now to $30.79. But overall, as you can see to the left, we got the big dog. He's green. To the right, all the alts, they're mostly red. But on the 1 month, everything is pretty much red. We got a couple outliers, but Bitcoin is down 2.7% for the month so far. Ethereum down 27%, Litecoin down 23%, EOS down 26%, and Bitcoin Cash down 18%. So as we look at the chart for Bitcoin right now, still in a consolidation mode, but what I'm seeing are higher lows. And what I mean by that is this is the first low in this consolidation period. This is kind of the second low, and here's another one. So as you can see, we're having higher lows in this sequence of trading, and we're getting we're kind of getting stuck right here on the upside. So what you could imagine here is something like this, where we got higher highs, and I actually forgot this one here. That's another higher low. So we got higher lows in this sequence of trading, and then across the top we've got this going across like that. So eventually, we're gonna have to see something like, hopefully, a breakout. So we'll just have to watch it. But that's what I'm interpreting right now in the last few days of trading and what the price action is showing me. I have to see what happens though, people. But consolidation for sure going on right now in Bitcoin while the alts are taking a nosedive. So this is very interesting. And one of the topics today is about an altcoin, Ethereum. I guess we can talk about that right now. Ethereum market share crashes to a 30-month low. There's no disputing that Bitcoin has been ruling over the crypto realm in recent weeks, this says. However, its epic rise in market share has been at the expense of many other high-capped crypto assets, including Ethereum, which continues to be battered by bearish traders. It says the world's second largest crypto asset by market capitalization has not been in a good shape recently in terms of price. Ethereum has ditched a further 7.5% today following a week of losses from a brief run up towards $240. From trading at support over 225 yesterday, ETH has plunged below $210 today as it slides precariously towards that psychological $200 cliff edge. Aside from EOS, which is also experiencing a steep correction, Ethereum is the worst performing altcoin in the top 20 at the time of writing since its lofty height of about $350 in mid-June. ETH has dumped 40% in value to current levels. Comparatively, Bitcoin has only lost 15% from its 2019 high. It is this disparity that has crushed Ethereum market share to a 30-month low of 7.6% according to TradingView charts as we look here. And if you notice, guys, man, back in August of 2017, Ethereum's market share was 26%. That is a huge drop. Not shocking at all to me, as I've been telling you guys for over a year that Ethereum is just very much behind, and it's only going to be a matter of time before the market realizes and starts to price in how far behind from a technical aspect Ethereum is, and those funds are going to roll over into other cryptocurrency projects, primarily and unfortunately into just Bitcoin right now. But I think once it gets into Bitcoin, you'll also see that reallocate back out of Bitcoin and roll over into other smart contract platforms. CoinMarketCap.com charts, which go back a little further, report that Ethereum market share has not been this low since February of 2017. This was before the big altcoin run that began in the summer of that same year and the ICO boom that followed. The closest the top two crypto assets have ever been was in June of 2017 when Bitcoin share dipped below 40%, while Ethereum was at 33%. This slump in ETH prices and market share has gifted Bitcoin a 2-year high in terms of dominance as Bitcoin taps 71% today. Bitcoin now commands more of the crypto market than it did in December of 2017 when the asset skyrocketed to its all-time high. Not only has Ethereum plunged in terms of price and market share, realized volume has also hit its lowest point in 4 months according to Skew Markets data. Wow, that is crazy. So what are your thoughts, guys? Why is it happening? I mean, to be honest with you, there are no real dApps on any of the platforms that are worth mentioning like that. However, if you want to look at which blockchains have the potential when the wave of new developers and new industry come to develop on blockchains, on public blockchains, you're gonna have to look at projects like EOS. These are the projects you're gonna have to look at because, simply put, there's not enough bandwidth and throughput to handle anything relevant when it comes to blockchain technology and developing on it. Now, one thing, and I've said this before and I want to just highlight this, one thing we have to keep in mind here when it comes to what does the future look like for dApps. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. The future probably looks like, in that realm, more private blockchains. We see what PUBG is doing, the big shoot 'em up game online. They're using a private blockchain. This is what's going to happen, unfortunately, because what is the incentive to leverage a public blockchain when you could possibly have middlemen or oracles like Chainlink that can bridge the gap between, let's say, private blockchain and other public blockchains. So I don't know what the future looks like as far as how saturated and how used these public blockchains become. But we do know that blockchain technology is here and it will continue to grow from here. It's an uncertainty of as to what does that look like. But those are the types of conversations you need to have and think about. We'll have to see what happens. I might do a poll today on this very topic about Ethereum's market share dropping drastically to 7.5%. when it was at all-time high of 30%, 33%, something like that. But let's look at what we've got out of AMB Crypto. India Supreme Court adjourns case related to crypto ban until January 2020. RBI banking ban hearing underway. It says the Supreme Court of India heard the crypto versus RBI case on August 8th, where the government's counsel is speculated to have produced the IMC draft bill on cryptocurrency and asked the case to be adjourned until January 2020. According to Mohammed Danish, a crypto advocate and co-founder of Crypto Qanun, Apex Court divided the entire case into two. So it's one case with relation to the ban of cryptocurrencies, which will be heard on January of 2020. And then the second part, guys, is the current Internet and Mobile Association of India versus RBI regarding the RBI banking ban on crypto, which will be continued after lunch break today. So this second part is going to continue, but we do know that the case against cryptocurrencies being banned will be moved to January of 2020. This was the first hearing since the proposed draft bill from the IMC was made public. Though the community was aware that the draft bill might not interfere with Supreme Court's judgment, many speculate that the Apex Court will listen to the case after the bill has been discussed in Parliament. The draft regulations submitted by the government's counsel also asked the SC to adjourn the case till January in order to allow the government to discuss the draft bill in the upcoming winter session. After dividing the case into two, the Supreme Court undertook the PIL filed by the Internet and Mobile Association of India for RBI's decision on banking. The counsel for the exchanges argued over the RBI's jurisdiction to impose a ban on crypto. So we'll have to see what happens. The can kicking just happened. I'll follow up with this in January. See what happens. Do you guys think they're actually going to ban cryptos? It will really set them back. You know, they have 1 billion plus people. They're technology oriented in many areas or regions in that country. So to see them ban crypto would be a disservice to the economy, in my opinion. You guys let me know your thoughts on that, though, in the comments below. The last one is just a quick one. I just wanted to kind of give you a heads up on this. The CFTC policymaker behind Bitcoin futures and over-the-counter swaps announces departure. Amir Zaidi, director of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission's Division of Market Oversight and the man behind framing policy for Bitcoin futures, as well as over-the-counter swaps, is leaving the agency. DMO, which is considered to be one of the most critical agencies in the CFTC, had been headed by Zaidi since January of 2017. According to the report, though, published by Bloomberg, Zaidi is set to leave the agency in the next few weeks. So it looks like he'll be replaced by Vince McGonigal. He's a former DMO director and the man who currently serves as deputy director of enforcement. He's been with the company since 2010, so he'll be taking his place. So during his tenure, though, Zaidi emphasized the growing significance of cryptocurrencies and the need for regulation. In the month of May, when the CFTC issued various guidelines for cryptocurrency products, Zaidi said that as the virtual currency market continues to evolve, the CFTC staff will seek to provide additional guidance to help market participants keep pace with innovation while complying with CFTC regulations. So do you think this is a coincidence that he's leaving when we have a lot of the government agencies really coming down on cryptos? Or you got Steve Mnuchin. He's talking about he's slamming a ban hammer on cryptos and he's going to make it very difficult for companies to operate and all that. So do you think that it's a coincidence that this guy is leaving? He's very proactive, seemed to be an advocate of cryptocurrencies within the CFTC. Do you think that his departure is of any relation to what's going on with the Libra hearings and so on and so forth? So let me know in the comments below. I think so. I don't think there's any coincidence here with this situation, but you guys let me know. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear from you. I love your point of views, and I would love to hear what you have to say about this. But that's pretty much it for today, ladies and gents. Thank you for checking in on this beautiful Friday. Shout out to my man Gary Steele again out there on YouTube for the song request. Sugar Hill AZ. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Click that bell, all that good stuff. You know the routine. It's my two Satoshis for August 9th, 2019. I'm out of here, people. Holla!